Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a little extra mini episode. My name is Alex and I have the My Yarny Corner website where I sell hand-dyed yarn and all sorts of other little accessories with my partner Danny. And this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all sorts, absolutely all sorts. There's a podcast once every 2 weeks. There are vlogs very often. Usually they're every sort of 2 months or so. We do little mini episodes. There are tutorials coming slowly. I'm building up the tutorial list slowly. And yeah, so this is just a little pattern roundup video. I did notice that I hadn't done one for about 2 months, and I do like to do them once a month. And it's just patterns that have either been on my radar or somebody's tempted me with, which has happened with one of these this morning. So just a little roundup of things. We're going into the autumn season, which I am super excited about. I absolutely love autumn, and we're going into the autumn season. So I've tried to gather some patterns together that are autumn feeling. So rather than waffle at you, I'm going to get straight into it. Any pattern that I talk about, I will leave a link in the description box down below. All the places where you can find me are also linked in the description box as well. So shall we just get into it? Shall we start with the patterns? I've got a few knitting and a few crochet. So there's not loads. I won't have you sat here for half an hour listening to me tempt you with patterns. There's just a few of each. The first one is a Hokey Locatelli pattern. Now, I did not know until this morning, one of the lovely members of the Facebook group had put a post up that Hokey Locatelli is having a 25% sale. The code is, why is that one upside down? The code is Hokey Fall Cal 2023. I will pop that on the screen, and she's having a knit along for the fall. I think it's something she does every year. I'm okay sharing it because on Instagram she has asked that it be shared, so I'm okay to share the code. Now, she says, every year we get together with all the knitters who'd like to join us to knit for the Hokey Fall Cal. It's a great event where thousands of people from all over the world gather to plan, knit and chat about their project. Doesn't that sound amazing? We share ideas, advice, we show off yarns and skills and learn from fellow crafters. It's a free event. You can join in by knitting any of the Hokey Locatelli patterns. As I've said, there is also, that code is available till the 30th of August, I believe. Yeah, till August 30th. So if you want any, you need to get in there before the end of the month. So there is a Ravelry page for this. If you just go onto the Hokey Locatelli website, it does tell you everything. The sign-ups, so you do have to sign up for the knit along. The sign-ups open on August 15th and they'll be done via a Google form, which you must fill in. So if you go onto the Hokey Locatelli website, all this information is on there, which is where I got the information from. The knitting will take place from the 1st of September to November 30th, and only new projects can participate. So you've got to wait if you want to cast on till the 1st of September. So save that project you've been wanting to start for the cast on party. There will be prizes, contests, challenges and lots of friends to chat with. That sounds amazing. You all know when I first started knitting, I was a complete Hokey Locatelli super fan, and I still love Hokey Locatelli. I have branched out into other designers since then, but I just think she's fab. So I have got a pattern to show you, which I thought was fantastic. It is the Grace Notes pullover, and this is it. I've just printed off directly from the Ravelry page. I'm not showing anything. It's not the pattern. It's just the Ravelry page. So this is the Grace Notes pullover. It is $9.95 USD, or about £8.16 in the UK. And I've just made a look at those cables. Look at those cables. Aren't they gorgeous? And there's a design on the back, I think. Yep, there you go. Isn't it beautiful? So, Hokey says, a slightly boxy, dressy pullover with a cool construction and gorgeous twisted stitch cables. It's so hard to read aloud. Twisted rib edgings and tapered sleeves are distinctive details. The back is worked flat from the top down to the underarms and then working from the shoulders downwards. The right and left sides are worked in turn down to the point where we join them to the back to knit in the round to the hem. And the sleeves are worked in the round. So sizes, it goes in, let me find the inches, from 30 inches up to 68. That's good sizes. And it requires, where's the yarn requirements? Between 1,160 to 2,030 yards. That's amazing. So if you want to join in the Hokey Locatelli knit along, head on over to Hokey's Ravelry page and just admire and buy and take part. I think I'll be taking part. I'm not sure I'm going to do a big project because the Stephen West MCAL is also coming out, which I should mention. I'm sure that I've mentioned it every year for the past goodness knows how many years. But the Stephen West MCAL comes out in October, and I do like to participate in that. Last year was the first year I'd actually managed to do it and stick with it. So I want to do that again. So I may cast on something smaller for the Hokey Locatelli Cal. But yeah, so that is the first one. The second pattern that I have picked out is a free pattern on Ravelry. It is by Kelly McClure. It is not the Sockhead Slouch. It's the Pioneer Gloves. They are also a free download. They're done in fingering weight yarn. Oh, what was the Hokey one done in? I didn't say that, did I? This pattern was done in worsted. It's worsted weight yarn. Sorry, I should have said that. So the Pioneer Gloves by Kelly McClure, they're a free Ravelry download and they've been on my list forever and I'm yet to knit them. I am going to be knitting some of these for Danny this year. I may even start them this week. And this is them. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at this detail here. Isn't it beautiful? And it's a free Ravelry download. You really can't go wrong. So she has written, gather some berries, shuck some corn and churn some butter. Pioneers need to protect their hands. Get back to basics with these simple fingerless gloves. The rib stitch makes these gloves comfortable and stretchy. They look fantastic with any kind of sock yarn, solid, striped or speckled. Sweet details like the delicate rolled cuff and the graceful lines made with the thumb increases are elegant and easy, even for beginners. I can imagine it is easy because although I've not tried them, so I can't say it's an easy pattern, but Kelly McClure's Sockhead Slouch is one of my favourites and is the only hat that Danny will wear. These gloves are knit from the bottom to the top with a fingering weight yarn. The pattern has 3 sizes, 2 lengths and no visible seam. Just brilliant. The skill level is Rocky Apprentice. And all you need are knit, pearls and increases. So that is a fantastic pattern. How many projects has she got? 3,292 projects. That tells you all you need to know. That's a good pattern. So free Ravelry download, get some Christmas knits in the bag, or just cast yourself on a new project for autumn and do the Kelly McClure Pioneer Gloves. So breathe, Alex. Let's not rush through this. This one, it's in my wish list. I saw this a few weeks ago and I'm not getting it because I do have other projects to finish, so I cannot get it yet. Once my Zaria shawl is finished, this is going to be my pattern. It is by the fabulous Mr. West. He needs no introductions. And this is the woolly waffle sweater. Look at that. But the one that got me, look, isn't that amazing? It's just beautiful, isn't it? I want it in that colour, at that length, and I just think it's fabulous. So this is the woolly waffle sweater by Stephen West. It's a DK weight sweater and it is €7 or £6.24. This beautiful textured sweater is knit top down with one colour of DK weight wool, like the West Wool Tandem. The folded hem neckline create a structured collar in twisted ribbon followed by the waffle stitch pattern. I love the waffle stitch. I absolutely love it. Easy knits and pearls flow throughout the raglan yoke and into the body and sleeves of the sweater. 1 second. The dog heard a bird outside and started barking. I think she thinks she's a cat. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? You can easily customise the yoke depth and the length of the body and sleeves by simply knitting more rounds for a longer length or knit fewer rounds for a more cropped silhouette or shorter sleeves. The bottom of the body and cuffs feature twisted ribbon to complete this cosy and comfortable sweater. Doesn't that just sound amazing? So, finished measurements taken after blocking. Are we in inches here? I think that must be inches. Goes from 32 to 66 inches, and it's worn with about 5 inches of positive ease. That's fine for me. I'll probably take it a little bit less. I like about 4 inches of positive ease. That's my happy ease gauge measurements. That made no sense, did it? I don't know what this bit is either. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I have never knit a Stephen West sweater or cardigan. I've got the bubble cardigan in my list, but I've not tried it yet. But this is just, I'm going to show you pictures again. Isn't it gorgeous? Just love that one. I mean, look at that detail. It's beautiful. That's going to be really cosy for winter. So that's that one. The next one, oh, this is a good one. They're all good ones. I wouldn't show you anything that's not. This is a pair of socks by Maddie Moe. I've not heard of this designer, so completely new to me. It's $6 US or about £4.92. I'll show you the pictures first. I'm not focusing. Because of the colour of the yarn, you can't see the detail so well. There you can a little bit. That's the best picture to show you the details. Now, what I really liked about this pattern, this little pattern bundle has been in the making, has been months in the making, and I loved it so much I made 7 samples. Enjoy automatic 20% discount on the pattern through to the end of August. So make sure you get in before the end of August. To help me celebrate its release, and thank you so much for your support. I hope you love your socks. That is just a lovely thing to say. So what I really liked about it is it comes with different heels. So this bundle includes 3 different versions of the pattern: a heel flap version, a fleagle heel version, and a shorty sock version. I think that's fantastic. I always say try all of the heels. Now, I don't practice what I preach. I've only done the heel flap and gusset, the shadow wrap heel, and the afterthought. I would like to try the fleagle heel. Where are we? The only difference, each is worked cuff down and has the same texture around the sock. The only differences are the length of the sock and the heel construction. I think that's such a good thing to do, to put so many different heels into a pattern, because we're all so different. You know, I've got friends that will only knit the heel flap and gusset, and I'm one of those that only knit the shadow wrap heel. And, you know, it's nice to try different heels, because if you're like me and you knit a lot of socks, you want a bit of variation, or I do anyway. So I'm going to get this pattern and I'm going to try the fleagle heel. The sock series was inspired by a quarterly yarn club themed around the Legend of Zelda video games. One of the challenges in many genres of video games is the completion of quests. There's usually a main quest driving the storyline, with several side quests to keep you busy and build your character's skills. Some are quick and mindless, while others can be intense and difficult. And with this sock series, I aim to capture this range of challenges so that you can customise your ideal quest yourself. I loved that. That is so much thought gone into this pattern. I absolutely love that. The heel flap and the fleagle heel versions of these socks can be worked in a single colour, or you can add in a second colour to make a contrast toe and corrugated ribbon cuff. Wow. The corrugated ribbon is very easy to learn colour work technique. Additionally, the only chart in these patterns is the Flegel heel version. To work increases at the heel in the round. All other instructions, including those for the corrugated ribbon, are entirely written out. I love the idea of corrugated ribbon. Absolutely love that idea. So these are going onto my list to cast on as soon as I've finished a project. How many times have I said this in this little mini episode already? As soon as I've finished a project. And so the pattern is $6 US, which is about £4.92. It does say there's a 20% discount automatically applied at the checkout. But even if you don't get the discount, it's not for all of that you're getting in the pattern. £4.92 is a really, really good price. So I'm excited about that one. The next one is the Gingham Pouch, something a little bit different. I did the Bagoo pouch a few months ago and absolutely loved it. I do have it. Is it down here? Let me just see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. I think I'd showed it on one of the pattern review videos and then I knit it and it was just something so different. Very similar to this, just something a little bit different that was a really quick knit. Now this one is called the Gingham Pouch and it's by the Petite Knitter and it is £3.65 or $6 Canadian. And I just think it's fab. So I'm going to show you it first. This is it. And I think it would be a really good way to introduce yourself to colour work if you'd never tried it before. I'm not brilliant at colour work. I've done a pair of mitts and I think that's it. So this would be a great project for me. So the Gingham Pouch is a fun and cute little project. It's a very quick knit for midsummer. It can be a forage basket for all the summer blooms, a little yarny basket for your crafting corner, or a cute little accessory for your outfit. Techniques are knit flat, knit in the round, I-cord, stranded colour work and picking up stitches. So the base is knit flat and then the body is knit in the round. Now, she's used fingering weight and lace and it's still to get a fingering weight and it's done on 3.5mm needles. It only needs between 100 and 110 metres of yarn. I think that is fantastic. There's a picture, there it is, with yarn in it. I can imagine that at my little corner with all my yarn stacked up in it for a project. It's just beautiful and I think it's a really good way to introduce yourself to colour work if you've never tried it before. Just like a little easing in project. I really like that. And that's the last of the knitting that we've got. So I'm going to move on to some crochet now. So the first one is the Libby Bag. And it's another bag. I really like this. I'll show you the picture first. This is it. And it's done with granny squares. What's not to love about that? Isn't it gorgeous? So this one is $5.50 USD or £4.51. And it is done in worsted weight yarn. So it says a crocheted granny square bag can add such a fun pop of colour to any outfit. 5 standard granny squares are joined together to create this fun bag. A sturdy drawstring strap guarantees your haul will be tucked away and well protected. The pattern includes instructions for the traditional granny squares as well as the heart granny square so you can mix and match to create your own unique bag. The weight of your bag will depend on the weight of the yarn you use and also on whether or not you decide to line it. I mean, I think you would, if you're going to be using it as a bag to go out, it would need lining, I would think. But if not, we just do what you want. It's your bag. So, worsted weight yarn. Doesn't say what hook size it is. I don't know what hook size it is, it doesn't say, but it does look really cool. No, it doesn't say what hook size anywhere. But yeah, 5 granny squares just joined together. You could do that in a weekend, I'm sure you could. The lining of the bag might take a little bit longer, but you could absolutely do that on a weekend. But yeah, isn't it gorgeous? So that is that one. It's not focusing very well. There we go. Look at that. It looks lovely, doesn't it? You could just use it as a little snack bag when you're out and about and going for a walk. Your bottle of water, a couple of snacks. So that's that one. Now, this one. Oh, I love this one. So this is called Save Me a Spot. And it is $5 USD or £4.10. Before I even speak, isn't it beautiful? Crochet again. Why is that not focusing? There you go. Just look at that. Isn't it amazing? So this is worsted weight yarn again. It's done with, the actual pattern has been knit with Cascade 220, which I actually love that yarn. So, stitched in classic retro colours, the Save Me a Spot blanket will add a warm and inviting touch to any room. This 60 by 48 inch blanket incorporates a variation of the two colour interlocking block stitch into a unique design that resembles woven fabric. The blanket is worked lengthwise on the right side throughout, and the yarn is fastened off at the end of each row and reattached at the beginning of the next row, starting and ending with an 8-inch tail. And these tails will later be incorporated into the fringe. Can you see there? That's what they mean. This beginner-friendly pattern is a great introduction to simple colour work, and best of all, the fabric is reversible. Pattern also includes detailed photos of important steps and instructions for how to increase or decrease length and width to customise the size of your finished blanket, and the skill level is a confident beginner. I think that is absolutely amazing. I can picture that on the back of my sofa and then pulling it over myself on an evening. I've got a pattern missing. I've missed one. I'll have a look in a minute. I'll just show you this next one. But yeah, isn't it beautiful? So I really like that. Absolutely love it. And the next one is another crochet one. And it is the Mosaic Christmas Gnomes. And this one is $5.50 AUD, which is Australian dollars, I think, which is about £2.90 in the UK. £2.90. Look at this. There you go. Isn't it beautiful? So this one is an introduction into mosaic crochet. Overlay mosaic crochet designs. Beginner-friendly mosaic designs for crocheters who know basic stitches. There are no special stitches, just single crochet and double crochet, which would be the American terms. Christmas gnomes are 4 cute gnome designs and 1 tree design to use as you wish. They are designed to add some fun to a Christmas blanket and can be used in combination with many other Christmas designs. Pattern includes 2 layout options for the blanket using all the gnome designs. Each design has a 48 stitch repeat, so are very compatible with other designs. The trees are designed to be used as a divider strip, and designs can be used individually as a strip in a blanket or used together to create your own gnome blanket, cushion or table runner, etc. The layout options pictured show some of the possibilities to use the designs, and full-size charts are included for both layouts to use with an appropriate app. I don't know what that means. What's an appropriate app? What don't I know? Am I missing something here? There are no written instructions specifically for these layouts, but there are written instructions for each design. Any yarn can be used. Use the recommended hook size for your yarn. So basically you can make these little squares and you can join them all together to create a big blanket or a table runner or whatever. What I liked about this was the fact that these squares were so small. So if you've never done mosaic crochet before, it's a really good way to learn. And can you see there's been fringe added to these? These would make lovely little mug rugs. for Christmas, just to stick in with somebody's Christmas present or whatever. So you wouldn't have to join them all together to create a blanket, unless of course you wanted to, but they would make little cool accessories on their own as well. The yarn that they've used is Coton Escapiers, and yeah, which I think is just brilliant. So I have noticed that I'm a pattern missing. There was another one that I wanted to talk about, and I don't know where it is. It must have been stuck to the back of one of these. One second. I hope I printed it out. I didn't print it out, so I'm going to have to show you it on the iPad. Let me just bring it up. Sorry about that. I had missed it. It didn't print, and I don't know why. And I really want to show you this pattern because I absolutely love it. So this is the Double Date Sweater by Winter's Weather Knits. It is 10 Canadian dollars or about £6.8. I'm going to show you the pictures first before I explain why. I mean, obviously it's gorgeous, so I love it for that reason. Why is it not focusing? Focus. There you go. Isn't it beautiful? Now, this was going to be on my list. Currently, I am binge watching the entire series, all 7 of the Gilmore Girls. I've never seen it before. I know everybody has, but I haven't. And I've got totally addicted to it, and I absolutely love it. I'm so behind on all my podcasts because I've been watching the Gilmore Girls. So this sweater, Gilmore Girls, is easily one of the most iconic coming-of-age TV shows in existence. Although nothing super dramatic ever really happens in and around Stars Hollow, I was fully invested and could relate to each character's life, be it living under the strict Asian household regime, navigating the posh lifestyle of having a rich grandmother, or simply remembering the experience of going on an awkward double date. This sweater is loosely inspired by the sweater Rory wears on her day in the Double Date episode of the Gilmore Girls. It features the coloured and textured striping, but with a boxy modern fit, which looks like stranded colour work, and it's actually just strategic stitch patterning, making this pattern a good fit for those curious about introducing colour to their knitting and without worrying about working with 2 colours at once. I have to knit this. So it comes in 9 sizes from extra small all the way up to 5XL, which is just perfect. And I really, really, really want to knit this. So it's a DK weight pattern. How many colours has she got in it? Contrast colours. So there's 3 contrast colours and a main colour. By the looks of it, she's got a mustard, a light blue, and like a burgundy, and then either a very dark grey or a black as the main colour, which is just, I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't believe this one didn't print out. It was the first one I printed. It's beautiful. It's already got 62 projects on Ravelry. And it's DK weight. I love DK weight sweaters. I love fingering weight sweaters as well. I absolutely adore them. I just don't have the patience to knit them. I can just about manage a fingering weight t-shirt, but a fingering weight sweater is just too much for me. So I always gravitate towards DK. And yeah, I absolutely love that. And I will be making that. In fact, I might make this before the Waffle sweater because I really like this one. So that is the Double Date Sweater by Winter's Weather Knits. Another designer that is new to me as well. And that is everything for the pattern roundup today. I hope that you've had some kind of little bit of inspiration in there. I've tried to include something for everybody, but it's probably been more garments than anything else because I've got my garment head on. Now the winter's here, I like to knit some bigger projects and they're usually garments. So I hope you all have a lovely, lovely weekend. Whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend, and I will see you for the next, it'll be the live that we do before the next podcast episode. So the live is next Thursday at 8. No, it's not. No, ignore that. It's not next Thursday. It's usually on a Thursday, but Danny's got football. So we're doing it on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, which is UK time. I think we're still in BST. So the next episode, whatever, from my Yarny Corner will be on Wednesday at 8 o'clock for the live. And then I think it'll be the podcast a few days after that, before we go into September vlogs. How exciting. We are back for September vlogs. I cannot wait. So I'm not going to ramble. I'll let you all go. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.